All right, guys, so welcome back to the VIP Financial Ed YouTube channel. This is a really exciting video. I've got Mr. Michael Mathe from Little Pink Houses of America sitting next to me again because per your request and as promised, we're going to be delivering a series of testimonials and reviews from people who are living, breathing examples of what's possible with their process and system. And so we're shooting a number of these today. We've got Tan Mitchell is coming up. She lives in Atlanta. She's working the Atlanta market. She's actually in China right now, celebrating the New Year out there. So there's a bit of a time zone and distance issue that we're working
14 hours.
Right. So we're going to catch her early in the morning. But she's been gracious enough to come on and really just share her experience working the system that we've been talking about in all of the Little Pink Houses of America videos that we've been dropping. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in and see what she thinks of this system. This is Tan, and Tan is actually located right now in China. I believe I thought she was in Japan originally, so I referenced Japan in our last video saying, hey, I think we're calling Japan next. So I had it wrong, but I'm so thankful that you would wake up at this hour of the day and join us for this conversation because what we're here to do is to obviously bring resources to the public to help them grow their cash flow. And to grow cash flow involves obviously making more money, and it involves spending less money. And so we focus on both of those subjects on this channel. And what I wanted to do was to invite a couple active participants of the Little Pink Houses of America process onto the channel and share this really exciting information and give updates about your experience so far with the crowd and give people sort of that living, breathing social evidence that this actually can work. And to my knowledge, and by the way, folks, I have not met Tan before. I've not actually even had more than a 20 to 30 second conversation with her prior to recording this. So this is all news to me, and I'm excited to find out what her experience has been. But to my understanding, you're fairly new at this yourself.
She's in Atlanta. We're not in Singapore yet, so.
Oh, really? You're in Atlanta right now?
No, she's in Singapore. I'm just saying she operates out of Atlanta.
Oh, right. Her market, right. Her market is Atlanta. She's in Singapore working in Atlanta, and that'll be a good subject for another video is can you use cross markets outside of where you reside? But let's go ahead and just kind of talk about it from the beginning. How long ago did you start?
Well, I started in late November, and so with Thanksgiving and everything else, we then really started in December.
Wow, so just 2 months, really.
Yes,
wow.
Yes, not nearly a week now, yes.
That's exciting. So, obviously, the best and my biggest question is, how is it going? Tell me if what type of results have you experienced so far?
Well, it has been a very exciting ride for us. After the training, we just couldn't wait to get out and raring to go to put into practice what we just learned, the blueprint for the action plan. And so we went straight ahead and started making our phone calls and started seeing our sellers and started working on the program. And so it's been, I think, in about a month, and we got something like, about a dozen houses on contract to sell.
You have a dozen houses already under contract.
Well, to be specific, it's 15 now.
So you literally shortchanged yourself by 20 to 22%-ish of your deals because it's going that well, right? So you're rounding down. There's so many. I like that. So, yeah, okay, so of the 15... So of 15 deals, what would be a realistic conversion rate?
Typically, we convert about 70 to 80% of all houses. We don't sell all of them. The good thing about our strategy, though, is that houses that we don't sell, and there's head scratchers. There's homes we think are going to fly off the shelf that for one reason or another don't, but we spent $0 to get those. So it's not like a flip where it sits on the market. We've got carrying costs, all the things associated with that. So we want to sell every home, but the reality is we don't.
So if we round it down from the, say, 50% unrealistically conservative number, we're really sitting at 7 closings, right? If we're conservative and we're saying half is 7.5, we're not closing 7.5, we round it to 7. That's insane.
Ultra conservative.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's been full on and it's terribly exciting. Yes, we love the adrenaline. So.
Do you have an Australian accent?
I am Australian, yes.
Oh man, okay.
That was good. That was brilliant, guess on your part.
Well, it's not a Chinese accent. I noticed that. And okay, and it's not an Atlanta accent. Okay, well, so tell me what sort of trepidations you might have had in the beginning. You know, first of all, are you married? Are you doing this with a partner?
No, I'm doing this on my own.
Okay. All right. You were using the word we. Is that because of Pink Houses as your partner?
She's got some folks on her team.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
and you have
I
folks on
think
your team?
it's because I say we because I came on board with the team.
Oh,
so
cool.
I got a team ready to go to Jacksonville the minute we started training.
Oh, awesome.
So that's what I say we. Yes, the team were about four, sorry. A team of 4 plus me, so that's 5.
Okay. So what did you have any concerns going in? Was it a fairly easy decision for you guys to dive into this, or were you facing a lot of the similar fears to what other people would have, I think, coming into something like this?
I think there's always going to be some questions in your mind, but you do a lot of observing. So I did a lot of observing during my training. Before I even went to the training during the 3 days of introduction. And I was very impressed with the sincerity, the honesty, and the transparency was what was conveyed to me. So I felt really good because I've been looking for something like this for the last 10 years, and it just came on board. So I wasn't intending to go into something like this. I didn't know what this was all about when I attended it. But when I turned up and listened to it for 3 days, I was convinced that that's what I was looking for, and I went straight into it. So of course there's going to be other trepidations about what the support system is going to be like, and of course I was overwhelmed with the support that I got when I went on board after the training and went straight into working. We just got full-on support all the way. So,
wow. How did you find out about it? What was your first introduction to Pink Houses?
I didn't really find out about it. Someone at the Atlanta REIA asked me if I was going to attend Little Pink Houses. I had no idea what Little Pink Houses was about, and I wasn't going to attend. Until the last very minute, this friend said again, "Are you going?" I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not interested." And she just said, "Why don't you just go? You might learn something from it." And I thought, okay, I'm a new investor. I turned up, and 3 days later, I decided that's what I wanted to do.
Man, I love the universe. Isn't that incredible?
Yes.
And now your entire life has changed.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely.
How many hours a week are you committing?
I'm full-time. So I probably commit at least 40 hours, but in your own business, there's no such thing as a certain set time. So you work whenever when you need to work. So it's round the clock.
What's been your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge is probably with the questions, or the curly questions, or situations that you face with sellers, and the difficulties they pose, or the way they change their minds, or the demands. And but that's to do with product knowledge. So, but that is not, in the end, it's not really a challenge because we have a whole backup of Scott and Mike and Danny and Jack all on board to help us whenever we needed something. So I don't really see those as biggest challenges. They're just simply the process you go through.
Right. It's a learning curve. You're kind of the inexperience is you're met with a lot of things you've never faced before, I imagine.
Exactly. And I was very confident with what I saw with the support system is that, at the end of the day, they just hurdles that you just got to get through, and you just work together to get there. And I think that was, at the end of the day, that's what got us there.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, are you already at the point now where after 2 months you're safely out there referring this to the people you love too? I mean, or are you waiting for that first big payday?
Well, I know it will come. I'm just confident. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And I guess the case of mastering the whole program and mastering the business. So I'm more focused on mastering the business because I know the money will come, the paycheck will come, and it will come big. The idea is to make sure you get it right. And so we're working together to do that. It's all about the experience and navigating and articulating the whole situation. And yes, I am looking forward to the first paycheck, but I know it will come.
Wow. And I don't think I even have to ask this because it seems like you've answered it already, but from your perspective and in your experience, you think the customer service here has exceeded expectations for you?
I have to say this, that with the support, everyone is an expert in their own way. And I am touched by the magnanimity of the support that we get, the generosity in the amount of time they gave us, as well as their experience and knowledge. And I think it's the gracious spirit in which they delivered the support. And they were always there. Every appointment we have, at least one of them in management will be on standby in case we had questions, right? There was lead generation support. And Scott and Michael would just help us through every question, every deal that was curly or complicated. And the way they delivered the support with such humility kind of says to us very clearly that we are as much an opportunity for them as they are for us. So what better partnership can you get?
Well, 100%. They your success is their success, right? So they have every vested interest in you winning.
Yes, and the humility in which they showed us as they helped us through, never a question. I mean, I'm sure at some point we must have been quite a pain because we asked so many questions every day, okay, but never a critical word.
Michael's whispering yes under his breath over here. I heard.
Just a couple questions here and there. Just a couple questions.
I'll get back at him later. It's okay. So at the end of the day, what it says to us is, listen, they put relationship first before business. And what that really says is that at the end of the day, that's a true partnership. And what it says is that in business, simply, the sky's the limit. And we're going for it.
Wow. So if you could give, one piece of advice to somebody that is considering this as a new venture, even if it's a side hustle and they're not able to commit full time. Let's say somebody's got a W-2 position and they can't transition into this immediately and shouldn't, frankly. What would be, your biggest piece of advice to somebody considering getting started?
This is what I would say. Pink has a very strong blueprint, okay, action plan for this business. So I would say work that action plan religiously, okay? Is that if you do it and do it religiously and keep asking those questions and keep asking for whatever help you need, you'll get it. Mm-hmm. And if I may be so arrogant as to say this, you can't fail even if you tried.
I sort of feel the same way because I can easily follow instructions too. So I feel like people who fail when instructions are provided, it's tough to make excuses or especially to place the blame. You know what I'm saying?
You've got a blueprint that is successful already, right? And you've got a whole support system there. So put the two together.
Right. We know if it doesn't work, why, right? We know who's at fault. Well, I cannot thank you enough for your time, and I know that these brief conversations, they go a very long way to our audience, to every audience, truly, because we all need to be able to hear it from those that are actually in the trenches versus the people who are telling us, what they want us to hear. And you really have absolutely no incentive to do this. And the fact that you were willing to take the time and just prove that even somebody right out of the gate, if you're willing to put in the effort, you will instantly see results. That is, I'm very impressed with what you've done. So congratulations. I'm thrilled for you. And thank you again for your time here with us. And hopefully we'll speak with you again in the next few months and get an update from you. Would you be open to that?
Absolutely. And by the way, Matthew, thank you so much for being so kind. And it's my absolute pleasure to be here. So I look forward to seeing you again.
Likewise. Thank you, Todd. Hopefully we'll see you at one of their meetings.
Okay.
And check out the YouTube channel, VIP Financial Ed. VIP Financial Ed. Great.
I will do that. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Tom. We'll
Thanks,
talk
Tom.
soon.
Matthew.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, so there you have it. Another really successful testimonial. If you ask me, that went even better than I expected. I did not, for the life of me, and Michael was keeping a lot of these details close to the vest as well. I did not, for the life of me, expect that she was going to be 15 contracts deep already. Again, I mean, under an unrealistic worst-case scenario, we're sitting at 7-8 deals if she only converts half. And it sounds like the conversion ratios are actually much better than that in general, somewhere in the 70 to 80% range. So the math on that is quite spectacular. As you've looked at our other videos, you'll see that the average production on this opportunity is sitting somewhere between that $10,000 to $20,000 per deal range in terms of your revenues. And she's working this thing full time. So I just look at this and go, holy smokes, this gal is gonna earn $500,000 this year,
Easily.
right? And so I hope you guys take this and realize anybody can do this. It's possible for any of you. You just got to go through and watch the different videos that we've shot together. We'll put the links in the description below for the ones that we did 2 months ago and the ones that we just shot over the course of this visit, because it's really important for you to gather all the information. And if you still have questions, the next best step is to email pink@vipfinancialeducation.com. It will filter straight through us as a warm introduction to Michael and his team. You're gonna want to include your first and last name along with the best contact phone number for you so that these guys can reach out and get your questions answered. You've got to get steered in the right direction. And as one of the recent videos acknowledged, this is a limited opportunity. I hate when people say that and create false scarcity, but in reality, there are only so many geographical markets available for this, which means that when they're gone, they're gone. So you've got to make some snap decisions. And when you're an entrepreneur and when you're an investor, the people that become successful are capable of that. If you're gonna sit around and paralyze yourself through over-analysis, you will be left behind. That's how it works in business. So hopefully by just bringing you this content, you guys are able to make easier decisions, more informed decisions, feel more confident about what you're doing. If you want us to keep making videos like this where we're really transparently sharing with you what other people are doing and not just speaking about concept and fluff and our personal perspectives about it, make sure you drop a thumbs up on this and all our videos. Also make sure you leave a comment below as well. We're always actively promoting our contest, which offers $25 Amazon gift cards that you're able to use for anything on the website. We give away 2 of those each and every week. You do have to be a subscriber, so make sure you consider subscribing to the channel if you want to go further, faster financially. All right, guys, so it's my favorite time of the video where we give away a $25 Amazon gift card. And I want to read you last week's winner's response. This is from Clara. Clara says, Matthew, thank you so much for the Amazon.com gift card. I look forward to putting it to good use to buy a huge whiteboard to continually figure out finances, make calculations, tasks lists, and an idea board to think of new opportunities and visually compare leveraging and investment options using debt weapons in order to build an asset portfolio and manage those assets, for which this will be a great tool. I love that so much. She says, I sincerely appreciate this and love the channel and will support any way possible. The thing that obviously stands out to me is here's somebody that's getting something for nothing. Obviously, she's participating in order to earn this. You've got to be a subscriber to be eligible for these contests, so make sure you subscribe. But she's taking it and she's investing in herself with it. She could go out there and burn it on anything frivolously. There's nothing wrong with that. But she's actually trying to do something to further herself. I think it's a terrific example. I'm so excited for you, Clara. Congratulations again. This week, I'm going to do something slightly different. The 2 contest winners are going to actually have to go to Instagram. Our Instagram page will be linked in the description below as well in order to claim the prize. Now, as you guys know, for the duration of this year, we do this twice per week. We give out a $25 Amazon gift card. So $50 per week is given away. The twist this year is that we pick 3 contestants to win the contest. So if you were nominated to win, you've got to be the first person to claim the prize. It will be in the most recent upload to the Instagram account, and we'll have the 3 names there. So make sure you go over there, see if you're one of the winners. Either way, become a follower, continue to be interactive, comment on the videos, comment on this video here, comment on the other posts on our other social platforms, and you too could be the next winner of a $25 Amazon gift card, which you can then turn into a whiteboard and lots of success. We'll see you there.